Should be going live soon. Let's just have a look and see how we went. Yay there, Anne. Okay. I'll just pop that up on the screen so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just having a quick test here. And looks like me. Okay. And now I just need to make that bigger so I can see it. There we go. So, nearly there. And, oh no, the sound is poor. That's no good. Hang on, I'll fix that. I know what I've done. Ah, dear. Right. Ah, dear. Alright, how's that? The sound should be better now, and the speed should be better, and the video quality should be right. So, let's see how we go. Yeah, except now I can't see you, but that's alright. That's probably a bonus, really. So, anyway, I'm Robert. I'll be presenting on Saturday for Cakeflix's Caking All Over the World. You can do it. Okay, I'm back. So. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so let's just get this going in the right direction so that I can make sure that everything's okay. So is the sound quality better? Can you see everything? Is it all working? No more interruptions. So is the sound quality better? Can you see everything? Is it all working? No more interruptions. All right, except for the repeating sound, so I'm just going to stop that as well. So anyway, I tend to, like I said, get quite nervous when I'm doing things like this, so I figured why have a test when I can do a full dress rehearsal? Let's launch into it. I'm going to very, very quickly show you how I make these modelling chocolate, what do you call them? Orchids. Orchids is the word I'm after. There we go, let's try that. Yeah, oh, other way. Yes, Paul, all good. All right, Paul, you'll have to know, let me know when to get off, and I will. So, I like working with modelling chocolate because it's way faster. So I worked out how to do these orchids, these Phalaenopsis orchids, when I accidentally mistimed a friend cake. So it was one of those love jobs, and I thought, right, this is fine, I've got plenty of time. I was in at work, and I knew that the wedding was happening over the weekend, and I'd booked Friday off to finish making the cake, so I baked the cakes on the Wednesday, and I was in at work on the Thursday, and I was talking to my friend who was getting married, and I said, oh, I'm looking forward to the wedding on Saturday, and she said, no, it's on Friday. I was like, what? Friday at 4 p.m. Okay then, I did not get the memo there. So, still can't hear me. Let me know if this is still bad, but I'll plow ahead and we'll see how we go. So, yeah, let me know. Anyway, I'm working with modelling chocolate. This is homemade modelling chocolate. The recipe's on my site. And I came up with this basically when I was just in a blind panic, which is kind of how I cake decorate, because I had to decorate a cake in about 5 hours with a ton of flowers because I had mistimed everything, which if anyone knows me well knows that it's not unusual for me. Timing is not my best skill. So anyway, let's just get this going. Now, when I did this, I made 12 of them at once. It took me less than an hour, and I've got a fondant sheeter, so I just roll out a big thick sheet of fondant and a slightly, not fondant, modelling chocolate, and then a slightly smaller one, and away we go. We're off to the races. So let's get this started. Now, the idea behind this is not that it will be botanically correct or wonderful. The idea behind this is that it will be quick. And when you're doing these in bulk, you can get probably 12 in an hour, probably even more. So And let's go. So what I'm doing is just creating a little knuckle bone so it looks like a weird little tree thing. That'll be my support for the flower. These are really chunky, so the idea behind these is that they're completely edible. And let's just get that warmed up. And the nerves are kicking in a bit now, so my hands have actually got cold, which is really unusual for me. That's kind of a bonus because it's a really hot day here in Perth. And yeah, I know, I was very lucky to get my fondant sheeter. It was only because I'd been through my own body weight in modelling chocolate for various workshops that I was doing. So I'm just creating two little leggy bits on that. So technical terms there, I know. So here we go. There, so two little leggy bits, and I've thinned the edges very slightly. Where are we? This one. I will make a little tiny, I think of it as like a dove's head, so I forget exactly what it's called. I don't know the botanical names of anything, but it's close enough. So I'm just going to create a tiny little hook on the end of this and a blob. Again, technical terms there. Warmed up as much as I can and drop that down on here, thin that off, and oops, sorry, bump the camera. Get that going there and there. Oop. And this is the nice thing about modelling chocolate. You just pop that back on and it all seals up again, so nobody can see your mistakes. Now, the idea behind this again is speed, not so much accuracy, so don't need to worry about that too much. Now, I like to think of the moth orchid, or the particular version of the moth orchid that I'm making, as being like having a little dove's head. So just get that looking nicer there. So if I bring that up there so you can see it, hopefully that's nice and crispy. Yep, nice. And you can see it's got like a little dove's head. Now this is super fast. I've got a cake decorating texture, so an edible marker. And I'm just going to draw some little lines up the leaf, petals. Whatever, it's all fine. So just like 3 rough little lines there. Come on, don't stick. All good. Good little thing. Then draw a heap of little dots on here. Again, not botanically accurate, but enough that your cake muggle friends will take a look at it and go, oh yeah, that's all right, doesn't look too bad. So just warm that up a little bit, warm it up, nice and warm. Whoops. Now the problem with this is that I cut that twice. So again, this is the magic of modelling chocolate. And I've not got any corn flour on the bottom of this, like it's silly. So warm that up again. So yeah, my hands have actually got cold. I can't believe it. I've never had cold hands in my life. It's just because I'm nervous. So just curl up the little leggy bits. Again, technical terms. And modelling chocolate gets, well, homemade modelling chocolate at least, gets really brittle when it's set. So here we go. Just put that there. So it needs to be worked on while it's warm. Just put that over there. Let's create the back petals, and here we go. Just nip around the edge of this at the top. So when you're ball tooling something, ball tool starts on the mat and then nips in onto the fondant, or the chocolate in this case. These are not this is not like high sugar arts. This is, oh my god, I'm in a hurry, I've got to get stuff done, I'm in a blind panic, this has to be sorted. Now I've got a couple of these just cheap generic molds. They work nicely. If you're making a lot of flowers, it kind of pays to collect a few different generic sort of molds. And I'll just vein that very quickly, warm that up. Again, my hands are actually cold, I can't believe it. Yeah, go. And this one, warm up the petals. So the 2 outside ones, ball tool those. Ooh, that side. Ball tool that. So hopefully you can see this. And run that around the outside there. Go faster, yay. And here we go. Stump it, technical terms. And stump it. So I've got several different moth orchid sets and several different veiners that I use to make these, and it's just kind of becomes a Frankenstein flower. Now this is the fun bit. So I start to glue it all together and get that nice and warm, and here we go, nice and warm. Now if you're working in modelling chocolate, the bonus with it is that you can batch your processes. So you can cut out all of the flowers all at once from the one big sheet. You don't have to cover them up or anything. The only thing that you've got to do to get them going again is basically warm them slightly on your hand. So if you've got cold hands and you're in a hurry and you're working with homemade modelling chocolate, just give that a bit of shape and interest, make it look like I actually care. I mean, I do, but you know. Done, done, done. Come on, bring that one over there a bit. Now these have got massively chunky backs. You never ever want somebody to see the back of your modelling chocolate moth orchids because it is not pretty. So just going to see which way they go. Yeah, that's fine. So I always like to try and think the veins go away from you, not up towards you. And I'm going to warm up a little bit here and use that as glue and pop that wedge on the back, spread that down and in. And how will I do that? Yeah, just reposition that a little bit. So pop that in there nice. But bring it down, make it look like I care. And warm. And here we go. This one. So again, this is, I've got to make 12 of these. I've only got a few minutes to do them. I've got to go fast, fast, fast because I mistimed my cake order and I've got 40 roses to make in modelling chocolate as well, and oh why. So that's how these were, literally how these came up. I'm just going to warm this up. Come on, warm up nice. And pop that on there, a little bit in the middle. Use whatever you've got to pick this up. Pop that on, press down, and that is it, nearly completed. What I'll do now is just colour it in super fast. So again, if you're doing this in bulk, it speeds it up even more. So here we go. I'm just going to open up some of these colours. A little bit of pale pink, a little bit of yellow, and then this is my favourite colour. It's a bright green made with moss green and a lemon yellow. So you just combine those till you're happy with the colour of it, and away you go. And clean off my brush just on some paper towel. I know paper towels are worth their weight in gold at the moment. Hang on, clean up my brush. Grab a little bit of pink. I just like to give the little bird's head bit a bit of a blush. Bit of a blush, dump all the powder on it, whatever, it's all the same. Take off the excess, so always take off the excess, and colour in the middle with some yellow. Yellow it up, a little bit more yellow around there. Oop, come on, a little bit more yellow around there just to warm it up a bit. And again, I keep saying it, but make it look like I care. And hopefully you can see where I'm up to. We'll just refocus up there. Yep, okay. Then I'm just going to flick some of this green around here and flick some of the green around. And pop some of this on the back petals more. So kind of start from deep in there. And then I'm just going to brush in from the outside on all of the petals and in from the outside on all the petals. So again, this is a panic flower, like most of my flowers are, and it's usually because I work full-time, and when I'm caking, I've got very limited time to actually do my cake stuff. So hopefully that's looking all right. And ooh, the light is very bright and it's blurry as. So here we go. Let's try that. How's that going? So you can maybe, possibly, with a bit of imagination, see the detail on it. There we go. And if we just pop that out there, you stretch the back of it down, and again, ugly. You never ever want anyone to see the back of these flowers. If they see the back of these, you have failed. It's very bad. But you create a spike from it, and you can set that aside. So set that aside on something like, I don't know, a rolling pin, or if you've got a bar. Once that dries hard, you can even refine that a bit more. Once that dries hard, you just drive that into the side of a cake on an angle, so like that. Drive that into the side of the cake. Secure it with a little bit of, ganache, or with some hard setting buttercream, and that'll hold on really, really well because you've got an inbuilt anchor, and it's fine. You just put a few little leaves around it. Yeah, it's all good. So that is a stupidly fast orchid. Here's one I made earlier. The other thing that you can do is just run a line down. So just open up that little thing and blend it down onto a, what do you call it? Lollipop stick. See, I know all the technical terms, right up there with them. So yeah, when I'm not panicking with cold hands and like excessively nervous, it comes together a little bit nicer. So that is those. Now, Paul, if it's okay, I can show my panic roses. So these are based on roses that I saw you demonstrate at the Malaga branch of Bake Boss. So they're very much the same idea, but the next level up. I'll just wait for the yeah, it's all right, or no, get off redhead. So let me know, and if it's all right, I'll leap ahead and do some of that. So just give me the okay on that. So hello. Yep, that's all right. I'll skip past on this one because I can do it in my one, but in my actual video, what I am showing is how to make the full detail rose. So I'll show very quickly at the end on my rose demo how to make, well, I'll show how to make the ultra detailed rose, but I'll also show how to make the panic roses. So the like 2-minute fast roses. So these are really fun, really easy to make. These do take a little bit more time, and these are what happens when I use the same ideas without panicking. And you can extend that further onto other flowers like these ones. So I really quite like these ones. Again, these are just lollipop sticks with, here we go, like a dahlia and a peony. So all done. Thank you so much. I can't wait for Saturday. And coming up next, we've got Jackie doing a quick test and intro. I love Jackie. I'm so excited about Saturday. So thank you all. I love you lots, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye.